Gentlemen, it's fantastic to see you all. Nate, I've been fascinated by biohacking lately. Are there any resources you would recommend for people getting into it and you guys for existing?
Yeah, at Mr. Belmar on Instagram. Yeah. That's all you need. What you need to do is surround yourself with people that are doing and have done what you want to do. Steroids free, bullshit free, all these supplements that they try to shove down you. The world has enough supplements for you. You just have to unlock them and find them. And, you know, people talk about like exercising. You mentioned this today to me, was like, people want to get ripped and they want to get shredded and they want to get healthy in an effective manner quickly. Yeah. Right. They don't want to go through the bullshit. They don't want to fail. And that's what we call biohacking.
Correct.
Hey, I was wondering where you drop biohacking tips and where we can learn about that.
Everything's on my IG live, guys. If
Yeah.
you want anything related to biohacking, I've gained a lot of knowledge over the years. I've accessed a lot of data points. People like, hey, where do I start? I'm like, dude, I've been grinding on this for hours up to like 4 a.m. just like reading books, bro. So yeah, I basically grab all that information, digest it into small concepts, and talk about it on my IG live.
Cool. And here's his IG, guys, Mr. Belmar, man. You know, your followers, dude. I met you, right? You were at like what, 9K followers?
I don't know, bro. It's been blowing up lately. So thank you for all the love, guys. I appreciate it.
We did a vlog, man.
I appreciate it.
And my guys blew up from that. Shout out to them, man. Because you know what? They added value. So here's his page here, man. He's definitely in shape, guys, doing his thing. So.
2 weeks, baby. 2 weeks, bro. 2 weeks.
Okay. So that's him.
Day one. That's
Day one.
Before the event. 2 weeks after our event.
Not too bad, bro.
Dude, no way, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, 14 days.
Here's how many people were at the mastermind that can attest to this?
Damn.
Like 75?
75 people have seen him in his current state.
That's crazy, bro. Yo, that's some crazy results, bro.
Yeah, bro. And he has pictures of every day. Like he has the whole process recorded. So
it's all tracked. It's all recorded.
Yeah.
Okay,
Everything.
cool. So I need to know myself. I'm curious as well, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I'm getting into fitness, right? I've definitely like made some measures to kind of like get on the path myself. I'm drinking tea. I'm avoiding sugars, like avoiding like cake, ice cream, all that stuff. So for you, I guess, Nate, what advice would you give to me now getting into like the actual like space?
The first thing I suggest everybody is to work on your mindset in terms of like understanding what is the reasoning behind attaining a certain physique, right? Is it for external? Is it for me to fuck women? No, it's not that. So what is it? It's realizing that in life, everything gets harder, bro. When you're 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, shit gets harder, bro. I see old people squatting. They're all bent over. Dude, my own grandma, bro, broke her hip. 50% of people in their 50s, 60s, and 70s, bro, will fall and break some sort of bone because of malnutrition. So when I had that wake-up call, bro, and I realized at a macro level how the whole food industry worked, I'm like, dude, I literally have to step up my game. So I literally went monk mode and got shredded as fuck.
Wow. And then I guess for you, Luke as well, why is it important to be fit and to be healthy? Because in this matrix that we're in right now, people are attacking us from the food, the mindset, we'll be watching TV. So why is it important to be fit and healthy?
Because it's the vehicle that will drive your success. That's it. It is the infinite ROI that is attached to your health is immeasurable, right? If you're dead, you lost the fucking game. It's game over. Your goal is lifespan longevity.
Fact.
So when I see comments, people are like, bro, Luke's got to put his biceps has got to grow, all this shit. Yeah, perfect. That's fine. But I'm in the business right now, making sure I live till I'm 120 years old. I don't want to be out here like Ronnie Coleman in my 40s or 50s with basically no legs, even though I was Mr. Olympia. That's not the endeavor. And I understand the passion for the sport and I understand the dedication, but it's just not the life that I want to live. I want to be 90 years old, living in a castle in Italy, healthy as fuck, with no white hair, right? Enjoying myself, being able to go into my fucking garden, breathe fresh air, have no cancer, have no diabetes, have no antidepressant pills, being able to go on my fucking yacht, swim, nice fresh ocean, open up a little bottle of nice white wine, go up to Fresh. Fresh is fit as fuck. Right?
Coming soon.
About to hit 92 years of age, right? And we're chilling on the yacht, and we're like, dude, like, all right, perfect. We made it. Like, that's how I'm trying to live. I'm not trying to be the guy with $100 billion bankroll sitting like fucking, Bill Gates. I do not want to look like a beanbag.
Callan Roberts says, Nate, can you name a few actual food/meals that you recommend for everyone to start eating to grow muscle and stay lean? #biohacking.
100%. Yes, what I would implement, a really good one, just based off of how inexpensive it is for the quality of nutritional value you're getting, would be eggs. I would combine eggs with Himalayan salt and then black pepper, which has potentiating bioavailability, which basically enhances your veins, and it's easier for you to absorb the nutrients of your food. So I would combine salt, Himalayan salt, or just any kind of healthy salt with black pepper, organic black pepper, and I would add hemp seeds to that because it's very clean, high amount of protein. So yeah, that's a good light meal.
How many eggs? 2, 3, 4?
Dude, I do anywhere 3 or 4.
Okay.
3 or 4. Yeah. And then some coconut amino acids, and you got yourself a really clean, light, healthy meal on the go, bro.
Nice.
Best fasting tip, Nate?
Start with intermittent fasting.
Start with intermittent fasting. Sparkling water is really good to keep you kind of full when you feel hungry, and don't have the foods in your house that you shouldn't have. They're going to tempt you to break your fast or break your diet. So don't have temptation nearby.
I concur to agree.
Nate, recently started working out and learning the benefits of intermittent fasting. I'm already struggling to eat enough calories to growth. Any tips for getting enough healthy calories in a 4 to 6 hour time window? I'm 183 centimeters, 67 kg.
Yes, 100%. So what I would do is I would focus on clean protein powder with low carbohydrate. I would combine that with creatine monohydrate. He says he's 183. So I would suggest anywhere from 4 to 5 grams. But dude, you want to have not whey protein, because whey protein, unless it's super clean, you want to highly avoid it. So I would do high amounts of protein powder that is clean and low in carbohydrates. You can genetically reprogram yourself and change your life. So what it means is you as a human being are made up of atoms, right? And you're made up of molecules, and you're made up of all these amazing things that are keeping you together, and you're not literally deteriorating. But we're not in school. They don't really teach us how to take care of ourselves, how to take care of your body. Like, what's the purpose of food? For most people, it's just to eat it because they love the dopamine.
You know, it's funny. I thought it was for taste, but I was totally wrong.
Totally.
It's supposed to be for nutrients.
It's all nutritional value. Like, what's like that? How do I live longer? So yes.
Whalers, how do I biohack? I'm 16% body fat, good bit muscle. What do you say, Nate?
How do you biohack? You have to do unconventional things to get unconventional results. What do you think when you hear glitch in the matrix?
I think personally, we've definitely been in the matrix our whole lives, but the glitch means, for example, someone that sees the world for what it is and can say, you know what, I'm gonna create my own path in this whole messed up society, and the glitch is gonna be me. I'm going to take control. I'm going to say, you know what? I understand how the rules work, how the world works. However, I'm going to take my destiny into my own hands, make my own path. That's why I see it.
I like that.
Yeah, I think the glitch is it's a short circuit, something that fails the system, that goes against the system. So it's your ability to glitch out of the ones and zeros that we're programming.
Shout out to the top G himself. Ernie, question for Nate. What is your best tip for weight loss? I'm already doing fasting, 1 meal a day, ketogenic diet, and heavy lifting 2 to 3 days a week. Lost 110 pounds so far in 7 months. Any tips?
Okay, let's leave this on actually. Okay, so we can actually break this down. So what is the best tip for weight loss? There are a few things. First of all, intermittent fasting, or intermittent eating, like I like to call it, is very good. Why? Because, I mean, just think about it logically, right? Our forefathers they would either be hunters or gatherers, and they would go periods of feasting and periods of famine. Nowadays, everything's so easy and available that we just constantly eating, like consuming. Weak, very weak. So that's one thing, intermittent eating. Another thing, I would actually do 2 meals a day within a period of time. Don't do one. One, I would suggest it way later down the line.
How would you divide a weight reduction diet?
First thing I would do is, I see that the mistake that most people make, which is extremes and polarities, right? So they're living this lifestyle that's not very healthy for long periods of time. And then they think that if they directly go to the opposite, it's going to make them healthy. And then they starve themselves for 3 days. And then they put their body through such stress and shock that
And then they hate it. Your goal's to love being healthy. It shouldn't be a challenge whether you eat hot Cheetos or not, like, because you understand that's shit of the matrix, like that shit that's keeping you like suppressed.
I used to eat for taste, bro, and now I eat for nutrients. And it's funny because this whole like process, bro, my mindset shifted. It's more like now I don't want to eat dirty shit because I know it's bad for me, and I know like it doesn't help me at all. It tastes good, but it's like I feel guilty if I eat it.
But does it taste good? And that's what you need to understand. It's like maybe your taste is corrupted. Just because you like how it tastes doesn't mean it tastes good. You know what I mean? Yeah. Bro, going to McDonald's and stuff, dude, bro, the hamburger doesn't taste good at fucking McDonald's.
What you have to do is do your research and look into hyper palatable foods. And we understand the chemicals and the synthetic procedures that go behind the matter that one is consuming. You realize that potentially one is being sabotaged.
So you do 2 meals. How do you split that up?
Okay, so first thing I would do is, most people do the extremes, right? So what I would do is tell everybody who's just starting, hey, take 3 hours when you wake up to not eat anything. And see how your body feels. Are you hungry? Are you starving? Because that will be your meter to see where you're at on this journey. Most people don't know how to listen to their body, right? So people don't understand that day and night, right, has a certain duality to it. Like everything goes around in circles. People ask me, Nate, what do you do in the morning to get energy? I'm like, no, what do you do the night before? How do you prep yourself for the next day, right? So your body can't do 2 things at night, right? If you eat a lot of food, it's either you pass out and you digest the food and your body's working overtime, or you take a pause 3-4 hours before you go to sleep and you potentially drink some teas that help you digest the food better. Why? So when you go to sleep, your body can actually rest. And when you wake up in the morning, you feel rested. But what do people do? People go out at 2 o'clock in the morning, drink a lot of alcohol, eat a lot of food, stuff their face, go to sleep, wake up in the morning. They feel tired. Their body even hasn't finished digesting the food.
Sabotaged
breakfast. They go to Waffle House.
They sabotage literally the next day. Well, let me go drink alcohol and let me then go shove my face with some pancakes, and then let me go take some Advil because my head hurts, and let me drink some tap water while I'm at it. Oh, well, now let me take some pre-workout and go lift some bullshit weights. And I got gains, bro. Yeah, but you got gains, but your life is unhealthy, dude.
Yo, that's like, why don't you go out, right? You eat food and you're mad tired, you go to sleep. You're like, why am I tired in the morning? All right, I slept for 8 hours. I slept for 8 hours.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Why do we eat food? Like, what's the purpose of food?
It should be for nutrients, right? Or to fuel the engine?
It's nutrition. It's like a Ferrari operates in a certain way, right? If you give the Ferrari diesel and it takes gas, you're gonna fuck it up.
100%.
Like, you have to learn that you are a spear within a vessel. Like, how do you take
You're a
care
machine.
of the
You
vessel?
got to take care of the machine. You got to fuel the machine the right way. The system wants to control the machine that you have. The operating system, they want to control it. If you're weak, stupid, dumb, suppressed, depressed, anxious, filled up,
like, let's be
no
honest.
wonder you're not going to oppose anything, dude. No wonder you're not going to question anything. My job isn't to get strong. My job is if I'm an elite, my job is to make sure every constituent of mine is weak so that they cannot rebel. That's what they do in North Korea.
Hey, man,
they starve their people.
That's the plan. Master plan. Casey Lombardo says, Nate, I'm going to tag you in my Instagram story every day until I'm chosen as a tribute for the 300. He ain't playing. Today was fingertip push-ups. Also, how many times a week do you do your 24-hour fasting?
So I do fasting depending on what cycle I am, right? Because most people tend to live a very rigid lifestyle. Like this is how I'm going to do things, right? I'm going to give you a perfect example. People write journals like, tomorrow I'm going to work out shoulders, and this is going to be my routine. And potentially wake up that morning and your shoulder hurts, but the motherfuckers go in the gym and push it anyway, and then they get injured. No, you should learn how to listen to your body. If your shoulder hurts, perhaps you need to do a different kind of workout to rehabilitate those tendons and small muscles that need to gain strength because the bigger muscles are already clearly strong.
So listen to your body. Don't just do what you feel like.
It's intuitive training.
It's intuitive everything, dude. It's intuitive eating. It's intuitive research. It's intuitive business. It's intuitive life, dude. You got to fucking question everything.
Colin Robert says, question for Nate. Is a bulk/cut cycle most optimal for strength and muscle, or maintenance with high protein and progressive overload?
Oh, that's a great question. So it depends. On a bulk cycle, I would actually have to see your body to tell you whether that's the most optimal for you. But hypothetically speaking, let's say you are in a current state to be bulking. I'd be focusing on building 2 to 3 pounds of lean muscle mass every month. Why? Because I tend to see a lot of men that use dirty bulking as a justification for their bad eating habits.
Oh, I'm just bulking, bro.
Oh, I'm just bulking. And they get away with that subconsciously and with their peers. I would do high intake of protein, but I feel like right now in the industry, a lot of people are saying we need to consume a lot more than we actually do. So people tend to overload on protein and then deaminate it, which basically is wasting money. So I would keep it pound per pound. So I would do 1 gram of protein per pound. I think that's pretty healthy. And then progressive overload, a perfect example of incorporating that in your workout is if you don't have a spotting buddy that can help you with those last few reps, that's when you actually grow. So when you push that pain barrier, what I like to do is a term I call progressive overload. So what I do is I'm doing push-ups, for say, and I'm doing decline push-ups and I'm pushing myself, right? Boom, boom, boom. I don't have somebody who's going to spot me. So what I do next, I go to regular push-ups and I give it my best. Boom, boom, boom. And what I do after I'm finished with that, I go to girl push-ups. Dude, you'll see me, bro, with shredded as fuck in the gym doing girl push-ups in front of guys benching 500 pounds and I look 20 times better than they do. I don't care. It's how do you get there? Most people are focused on flexing. When a guy asks me, he's like, hey, how much do you bench? I'm like, bro, that's the wrong
Does it matter?
question. It does not matter.
Right.
Yeah. So incorporate progressive overload and protein. Yeah. Can I tell you something though?
Tell us.
And it's very problematic because young children, I tend to see them often in front of televisions and iPads. But guess what? We know that there's very clever people out there that are very good at manipulating older people and people in their 20s and 30s. Guess what? This is a scary statistic. Put these two together and you're going to see how history is going to play out. You have children obsessed with their phones. Parents can't take care of them, so they
give them the tablets and phones.
And guess what? Children don't know the difference between a TV show and a commercial till the age of 8. It takes 7 years to program somebody.
It's the theta state.
Wow.
It's the mind. It's the theta mind. So it's your ability to absorb everything. So you absorb everything, how it's put to you. Yeah. So people aren't even them. They are the byproduct of everything that's been put around them. That's why, well, you want to mention relationships. The reason I'm so intentional about relationships is because one day when I have kids, my full-time job will be to raise my kids. Because if I don't raise them, someone else will. 100%. And most of you motherfuckers are letting the government raise your kids.